Welcome in, Irish fans, for another episode of the Indy Higgs podcast. Today, we're talking FSU versus Notre Dame at Notre Dame. That game being played this Saturday, the 9th. And it's a late kickoff. It's a late game. Gonna be cold in South Bend. Not quite as cold as we probably hoped for as Irish fans, with, FSU coming up to play in a little bit of chilly weather. But trust me, it's going to be cold enough. Temperatures will be down in the 40s by the end of the game, and maybe low 50s, high 40s by the time the game starts. So not going to be too pleasant for Florida. If you're watching the podcast and you enjoy it, please be sure to both like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Goes a long way to support the podcast. All right, so let's talk about this game here a little bit. FSU's offense just seems to have a real problem, scoring, to be honest. DJ Uiagalelei, I'm going to struggle to say that over and over again, despite the fact that I know how to say his name. It's just a mouthful. But DJ Uiagalelei, he's had a great season passing. He averages about an interception a game. That's probably league average. I don't really know. The number of passing touchdowns he's thrown, though, is frankly kind of low. He had one game with 3. He's averaging maybe 1 per game. And for a team that really doesn't seem to be able to run the football, their highest yardage rusher has 300 yards on the season. That's a problem. Notre Dame's defense is going to have a fun time with this team this weekend. Frankly, I'd like to say I'm not concerned. The fact that I feel like I'm not concerned is probably the biggest concern that I have. Now, we all remember going into the NIU game and thinking, I'm not terribly concerned. So if I'm not terribly concerned, is there a reason for me to be concerned? Yeah, there kind of is. Because this is one team that has shown the ability to beat any team on the face of the planet that's not a good team. Wait, any team? No. Any team on the face of the planet that is a good team has been able to lose to any team on the face of the planet that's not a good team. Wow. It's concerning. Here we've got a team that is coming in to play us in South Bend. The weather's perfect for us, although we've had some warm weather for, most of the fall. But still much better for us than it's been for FSU, where it's been quite pleasant in Tallahassee. Right? So weather's a factor. Time is a factor. It's a late game. The crowd is a factor. It's a Notre Dame home game. But we sold out tickets, and now people are trying to sell tickets on the aftermarket. Tickets were $350 a piece for decent seats, like regular seats. And now, people are just trying to unload tickets because they don't want to go to the game because this team's bad. But there's a concern then for me about the home environment. Are we going to be loud enough? Are we going to create a hostile atmosphere, or are we going to show up like we did as a fan base for the NIU game and yay, we're good, and then lose to NIU? Serious concern. Fan base needs to show up. Especially since, people have already spent a small fortune on these seats. You may as well show up. Get your money's worth. Come watch a blowout. This is a team we hate, y'all. Get here. Do it. Let's turn out. If you live in South Bend and you're a Notre Dame fan, go find some cheap seats on StubHub. Please. We need you here. All right, Irish offense. again, right? Like, I look at this FSU offense and defense. I'm going to go back. I'm just going to read the scores for these games. Georgia Tech in Ireland lost. Scored 3 touchdowns against Georgia Tech. Yikes. Boston College lost 28-13. 13 points against Boston College. Memphis is a good football team. Pretty good football team. 12 points. California. The Bears. The Golden Bears. 14 points. The only reason Cal didn't win that game is because they only put 9 on the board. Still trying to figure that one out. I didn't watch the game, but, FSU's defense showed up? I have no idea. SMU. 42-16. Clemson. 29-13. Duke. 23-16. Miami. 36-14. North Carolina 35-11. 11 against North Carolina. What? Seriously? 11 against the Tar Heels. Our defense is going to have a good day. My only concern is the offense. And our offense has been getting progressively better. Jeremiah Love's had a touchdown in almost every game we've played this year. Maybe every game we've played this year. Riley Leonard's passing game was on against Georgia Tech, against Navy. It's progressively been getting better. Our wide receivers, Bo Collins, progressively getting better. Jordan Faison's healthy again, right? Like, again, progressively getting better. I don't see a way that if we show up and play this football game tomorrow, and I mean play this football game, not like we did against NIU, show up and play a football game tomorrow, I don't see a way that we don't absolutely crush this team. We got to go in. Our team has got to go in and remember that the Seminoles are a team that we love to hate. Period. End of story. And if we do that, we crush the Seminoles. If we don't do that, we pull a Cal or an NIU, however you want to look at it. I think we drive the turnover differential up on Saturday. I do. I think we drive it up. I think 2, maybe 3. We have owned DJ Uiagalelei at Notre Dame. It's just the truth. He came in. He played with Clemson. And I mean, we've got this kid's number. And apparently everybody else has his number right now too. So I got to say, we ought to have it figured out. And I go back to, if we've got to have it figured out, that's the one thing that keeps me concerned. Because as soon as you think you got it figured out, you might not have it figured out. As soon as you know you've got it figured out, you probably don't have it figured out. So, what are we going to do? Got to go in, full mindset, full heart, go in and just beat this football team. Because they got it coming to them. They've absolutely got it coming to them. They're bad at football. A lot of talent, but they're bad at football. All right, score prediction. I think we put up as many as Miami does. Forget 36-14, 36-10. Notre Dame. I think we get it done. no repeat here of NIU. I think we go in. The NIU scar is still too fresh, and I think we go in and we get it done, 36-10. So that's my prediction. I know what ESPN Statcast or whatever they're giving us a 96% chance to win. It's I just freak out anytime I see stuff like that, though. Honestly, that's the kind of stuff that makes me wary, because this team underperforms in games like that, and we just can't do it on Saturday. All right, that's all I got for you. God bless. Much love. Go Irish. Keep looking up.